Have you ever wondered why prices rise and suddenly there's more of something on store shelves? Or why producers start making more of a product when it becomes expensive? Today, I will teach you all you need to know about supply in economics. Supply is how much of a good or service producers are willing and able to sell at different prices during a certain time period. The law of supply. As prices increase, producers supply more because it's more profitable. This is a key concept behind drawing the supply curve, which we will introduce next. The supply curve. First, we start by drawing a normal graph with quantity on the y-axis and price on the x-axis. Then we draw an upward sloping line which we label S for the supply curve. It is upward sloping as we have previously discussed. There is a positive relationship between price and quantity supplied. The supply curve shows us for a given price level, we will call this P, the corresponding level of quantity supplied. We will call this Q. Now we will discuss movements along the supply curve. If price increase from P to P star, then at this higher price more suppliers will be willing to produce because of the higher profitability. Therefore, Q will also increase from Q to Q star. We call this a movement along the supply curve. This could also happen in the reverse if price was to fall. Now we will explore shifts in the supply curve. A shift in the supply curve occurs when the quantity of a good that producers are willing to supply changes at every price level due to factors other than price. Next, I will show you what this looks like graphically. Now we will draw a supply curve to the right of the original supply curve, and we will label this S1. This is an outward shift of supply because for a given level of price, quantity supplied has increased from Q to Q1. Next, we will draw a supply curve to the left of the original supply curve and label this S2. This is an inward shift of the supply curve because for a given level of price, quantity supplied has decreased from Q to Q2. To finish this video, we will now explore some real-world examples to apply your learning to. For example, if the raw materials that restaurants use for food decreased in price, it would lead to an outward shift in the supply curve and result in a higher quantity supplied. This is because it becomes less expensive to produce the food, so firms will supply more. On the other hand, if there was a natural disaster like a flood, then farmers would have damaged crops and would produce less. This would lead to an inward shift of the supply curve and a lower level of quantity supplied. Finally, it is time for a recap. From today's video, you should now understand the definition of supply, the law of supply, the supply curve, movements and shifts in supply, and real-world examples. If you are still confused on any of these topics, just drop me a comment and I will be sure to help you out. Thank you for watching today's video.